soje jomam la sonju borde dane jobze dage jin soje be sonam je drola benzer sanje drupare yo sanje chidang soje jomam la sonju borde dane jobze Dage jin so je be so nam je drola ben ser san je re yo. English opening prayer. In the Buddha, the Dharma, the supreme example, I take refuge unto taking enlightenment through the merit of practice and jhana rasa and so on. May I drink Buddha for the benefit of all beings. Semje damje dewa dan deve je dan dembara jur je dungara je dan javara jur je dungara mebe dewa dan java jur je Nyeren cha dan ye dan jaru dan nyom se me bala ne bar jur je ma semje damje dewa Deva Jodan Dembara Jurje Dongara Dan Dongara Jodan Drawara Jurje Dongara Mebe Deva Dan Drawa Jurje Nyeren Chadan Yedan Drawe Tanyon Seme Bala Nebar Jurje May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be suffered from the sacred happiness devoid of suffering. And may the divine boundless calamity that is free from attachment and aversion. Dangge doje jaje reisen rong yin je me do de je bon jong ba zer je zong bo da re je pe xiao je jar wei xia lai ge zong ze ja ge bei je bo la ga den je pe man jun e ge la den dong Tada lan simbe kanon ze orje rumbo je lai zorwan de Romen ji je yen je boran dorje jang je de lo naro dang marpa me lai ji je gambo ba Pamo zhe ba jarwan di gong be Ka je lama nan lai zorwan de Romen ji je yen je boran de Tư sống sang chế gân chế ngô vô nhé, ràng sân chế gân ngô sông tôn chế bê, sa vê lam mê xà la zô ruan đê. So tonight, I'm going to share with you the cuckoo of awareness. This sadhana, I mean the teaching, David, can you share in the chat room?
Yes, Kimpo, it's already there with a link in PDF.
Okay. So then if you don't have yet, you can download from the chat room. So tonight I'm going to sharing the cuckoo of awareness. And here the teaching organized by Yang and Paula. So thanks very much having me here and organize this teaching. So Yang requested this teaching. I don't know, I accept it. So this teaching is not that easy. It's really hard, and I can see this, the meaning is very profound, very not that easy. But I'm also very happy I accepted this. The reason here, is very special place. Namkha Noble Rinpoche's Dharma Center and all this, your Sangha practitioners here. You have already long time, I think these teachings are already received many times, right? Yes. So this is the meaning of one here is you practice, right? Teaching. Yeah, so then Namkha Noble Rinpoche also he wrote the commentaries and very beautiful. And also this about history, very profound. If we go to that directions, have to going to talk about this history. Lineage takes I think monthly, right? It's lots performed, lots of information. So I didn't know that. So I'm sharing tonight. It's your of practitioner. Also, you have these teachings from Namkha Noble Rinpoche, and you all giving blessing for this today here. Actually I'm sharing, but I think you have more experience for this teaching here because you have already long time this teaching many times. So then actually my understand this teaching is more detailed, it's same as follow the Garuda teaching. So Garuda is more detailed. Of course, all the Dzogchen other teaching, Mahamudra is more detailed level. And this one is very short. And the essence of the Dzogchen teaching. So someone who has all these Dzogchen teachings, then you receive this one, then you recognize how these teachings performed. Essence is hold there. So otherwise, we very hard to understand, without other background, this Dzogchen teaching, Mahamudra level. So then we don't recognize all this short, the Cuckoo of awareness have only 6 sentences, right? So 6 Vajra song, yeah? So only 6 sentences. So this 6 sentences hold this Dzogchen teaching essence. So that's why it's not easy to explain, not that easy. I think realizers, of course, not need a lot. Only you long as you have that already enough. So they use this short teaching and then they practice can get realized. So they know that 6 sentences, 6 Vajra song, and long as they read or practice that, then hold all these Dzogchen teachings in there. So my understanding is Cuckoo, this of awareness is a translation by Verochana, right? Yes. Verochana is a very famous translator and realizer. So the history, he is achieved rainbow body. Verochana. Yes. I think you all know that, right? Story, yeah? Achieved the rainbow body. And Pema Sambhava, Verochana, they are very high level realizers. The same time in Tibet during. But Verochana is a Tibetan, very intelligent young boy. So came to Zong Depsing, as actually here we say like scholarship or, he asked to learn this, Tibetan language and learn Sanskrit, and asked him, I think he searched all the kids. So they're looking to which has quality, wisdom. So they found that the Verochana, I think, is the number 1 kind of knowledge. So when they found the kids, so he learned then Sanskrit, and he translating many, teachings, Dzogchen teachings to Tibetan language from Sanskrit. So then he translate, I think this one is the first. Many Dzogchen teachings, But he did this as the first one, right? Because he see this as something special. The meaning performed and auspicious. So actually this go back to Kinchu Jabo, right? Kinchu Jabo, another Dzogchen, that then is really vast, perform lots informations. So I think from that teaching, is come from this one part of that. But Verochana, he did this translate first, before I think he's going to translate all these Dzogchen teachings. So he recognized this as a very profound meaning and auspicious there. Then, you mostly know Nanga Norbu Rinpoche, he wrote his story. So Verochana translate directly from Ordiyana language to Tibetan language. I think not really translated from the Sanskrit to Tibetan language, right? So that's also dependent individual level. And our ordinary people perception, the translator, so this translating Sanskrit to Tibetan language, but who has a really high level realizers, they don't rely on the Sanskrit. My understanding, So Pema Sambhava and Verochana and then Telopa, that kind of teachers, directly you can receive teaching from, Buddha Vajradhara, Kaju tradition say Buddha Vajradhara, Nima tradition say King the Zambo. So Samantabhara, right? They can have a direct vision from the teaching receiving, because they're into the, Dharma Dhartu. Yesterday we talked the Tara, the prayer supplication Tara, Dharma Dhartu, Ambon Dharma Dhartu. They into the Ambon Dharma Dhartu, they has came vision of Samantabhara, just directly receive from them this blessing in the teaching, and then they can translate directly from that. It's become called Ordiyana, language to Tibetan language. So that's also is very profound way to explain, but very ordinary people, very hard to understand that level. Only high realizer, yogis vision, journey, experience, and then sharing for ordinary people don't have that level and the capacity to understand. That's why when we go back to Buddha Shakyamuni's story, and most high level realizers share the Buddha Shakyamuni's stories different than that time, just regular people, ordinary people perception share the Buddha Shakyamuni stories totally different, even not close. Earth and the sky, that kind of between. Yeah, this is really far away each other. Ordinary perception is really good for ordinary people understand, like just Buddha was born ordinary way, and he has, become the palace, and he learned all this, educations through the teacher, and he comparing with others, and then he has, like family, and he give up that. So then journey, become, followed by many teachers, and then 6 years meditate, and after that he realized, and then he shared the teachings for others. Teaching when he share all is followed by, basic teaching. Thelawadi tradition was very strong, sharing for, students. So that's always ordinary way. And many people like that, how to say, the instruction or the kind of level sharing. Because for us, that makes sense for us easily. The Buddha Shakyamuni's story. It's beautiful, wrote by Thich Nhat Hanh. I don't know, you know, Thich Nhat Hanh is one of the Vietnamese master. It's always followed by ordinary perceptions. People really like, I also really like that, you know, book. I learned lots from the Buddha Shakyamuni's story. Yeah. And then we have a lot of Buddha Shakyamuni's story in Tibet, but mostly it's high realized perceptions. So very hard to think and, you know, our capacity to understand. So same, you know, each this teaching has different levels of perceptions. Because Verochan also, ordinary people, he's very special, young, you know, intelligent boy. King Truzongdebsi picked up him and asked him to learn, you know, languages and give training through the Pema Sambhava and Kenshin Shiwanso is a Shindarakita, is a scholar from India. They all this painted us training him. They sent it to India, you know, and he has a special walking magic power. Can walk very fast. Called Kanjo, yeah. Kanjo is a Tibetan name. Kanjo, I don't know English how to call. Do you know Kanjo English? Kanjo means walking is really fast. Speed walking, yeah. So same as the wind blowing. That time has like something mantra and can create Kanjo, the use. So wind blowing, you know, same that can walk faster than car does. So that has that technique to go to India to learn this Sanskrit and the translation Tibetan language. I mean Sanskrit to Tibetan language. So that's an ordinary perception. Yeah, mostly see that. But he has himself vision is, you know, through the meditation level and absolute true, you know, the practitioner into no-door states. There's then absolute different ways like receiving teaching. Then we don't have the experience, perceptions, totally different vision. So that's why it's called yogi, you know, realizing means that if they have the same perception as us, then they cannot be realized. You know, they are still ordinary. They have their own perception is totally different through the, you know, realize a no door. So then he can directly receive teaching this Kingda Zambo, Samandabara. And then he translation to through Ordinary language means like come from true first one, then directly to the Tibetan language. That is also correct, you know, realize the perception. The Telopa, he says also same. Telopa, what he says, I don't have any ordinary teacher. My teacher is Buddha Vajradhara. So actually he has 4 lineages. The Kaju tradition means 4 different lineages bring one is called Kaju. So Telopa has 4 different lineages. But that is like ordinary, our perception. He has 4 different lineages. He received teaching. And mostly we know, you know, Nagarjuna is Telopa's teacher. So, but Telopa has realized that he can directly receive teaching Buddha Vajradhara. No need between in the person, you know, middle person there. Yeah, realize that the point is no need a middle person. So they can go directly receive teachings. Many teaching like that way, you know, this Terma means also meditator, practitioner. Terma has many different kinds, but sometimes we get confused. Terma means. Sometimes people think have to digging earth and finding something from under the earth. Some people think Terma means like digging the rocks, you know, from the rocks, get something. Yeah. And some realizes through the hang, go through the hang is a rock, and find something Terma. But that's also possible because Pema Sambhava hidden some texts, many like that, they can found. That's also mostly the Terma founders as Pema Sambhava's emanation. He mentioned about all these names. Some realizers. Realizer is, like we are realized. We have our own perception, directly vision of the Buddha Vajradhara. So you're receiving something yourself. Then that you write down, bring to in this earth, is called Terma too. So many teachers has that Termas. Sometimes Terma means there's a high level realizers. Just due to many causal condition comes, naturally arise in their own promote or awareness. I receive many teaching from Khenpo Jimin Pinzo. So his story, he goes like different areas and some condition comes, causal condition comes. Then he telling his attendants, tape recorder, right away. They have the tape recorder, then he comes everything. Then after they write down. So many like that, he has his own Terma. Terma means vision, right? Something special visions. Then you can have some teachings or something special object can be something special object too. Or you vision something, create enlightening quality, something, benefit for others. So that's why Namkha Norba Rinpoche also this Vajra dance, many mandalas, also vision is Terma. That's the connections, and then you have these visions through connections. So this realize that, meditators, practitioners stay in the known drawer or cause condition, many aspiration, or we call auspicious something. That kind of condition comes. Then you have a connections to the Uddiyana, like Pema Sambhava mandala or Tara mandala. It's each different Buddha's mandala. You have connections to that state. Long as you have a connection to that state, then you have so many different kind of visions. So that's also time and connections. Then receive. So that bring to in the world to ready to benefit. Then the teachers has these connections. Do you understand what I'm talking? Okay, so that's good. I don't know, Zoom is like, I didn't focus on the Zoom. So two things are going on here. I'm looking this way is forget the Zoom. I'm looking to the Zoom is forget this audiences. Yeah. So it's I just be in the known door, okay? You understand, right? In the Zoom, everyone okay? So that's where, Terma means like many different ways, visions. Then the Terma also has a lot of counter visions too, because I don't know, you understand, in Tibet, the really master many gathering together, and then they're approving. Yeah. So that's called Rinchen Tenzu, is like one of the collection or the Terma teachings. So that's also one of the, authentic ones they create together. But then after that, many happen, but then we did collecting again, So we don't have it yet. Someone going to do, but who going to do that is then, really the person who has ability to do that, right? Who's check is correct or not, like it's authentic or not authentic. So I don't know who has that quality, ability to do.
Chancellor approved the Terma of the Chigam Trungpa, no? The sadhana of Mahamudra.
So I don't know, yeah, can be.
That's right.
So the realizer, or this has very different visions, and then that's Terma also has lots of obstacle, because region is that's a really profound, very powerful practice. So you have a rare one, and then there also has a fake one too. That's the nature. So where is it, there has the enlightening, there has also Mara. They have to go together. Yeah. So without that, how you recognize the other one is right. So when you're going to, become president, you have two parties, right? Similar, this is go to this authentic one figure founding, then they also have another one too. So that's the, is then realize that there's many teacher authentics who accept it, then that's called, the authentic termas, realize it, create. So that's a really benefit, then become profound. Also due to the time means like time need certain different kind of activity, teachings have to come. So that's why it's called Terma too. Because the time, different time activity have then more benefit others. So during the Pema Sambhava, he did many teachings because he knows time is not ready. That time also, my understanding is, is that he tried to build first basic Theravada tradition is more strong, foundation. Then Mahayana is for, education, and the Nalanda tradition, we usually holiness always share Nalanda tradition. And that is he wanted to build very strong. And then Terma is for the individual practitioner, special practitioner, also feature more suit for students. So that's why Pema Sambhava also he did many these Terma teachings. I think reason is that because that is very high level teaching. Hard to without these other basic teachings, harder to understand, I think. So then also you wanted to really authentic Dharma in the country, so you have to put a very strong foundation. And then same time you have education, understanding, right? Because it's ordinary perception first, very careful. That's why they did very strong the Shinta Rachita, he created this, Theravada tradition, Vinayana, is very strong in Tibet. So it's all the monastery to follow by their roles. Then this is more focus for the conduct. Conduct we can see, view, realize that no one can see. No one can understand, right? It's beyond already. So that's why he created a very strong this Theravada tradition in Tibet, because the monastery, they make rules, laws, everyone can see who's doing right, who's doing not right. So think about the cloth, monk's cloth, how to make, how to wear, right? Which color is right, which colors are not right. And then when you're wearing, how to wear is correctly. So if I don't wear correctly, in monastery, right, I will recognize. And when I was young, you know, we go to outside, you can wear jackets and like other things. But in the temple, if you wear the t-shirt inside this one, then many monks get, you know, punished. So in the monastery, when I was young, what they do, you know, some monks wearing in the t-shirt inside this, in this kortonga, you know, inside here is a t-shirt comes out, do here, right, up to here. Sometimes this, how to call the disciplinary, right? Disciplinary don't see, it's okay. If they see, sometimes the people hiding, you know, like this way. Hiding, and then you cannot see t-shirt wearing. So it's opportunity, you can hide. But, and we have 49 days summer retreat, then you cannot wear it this way. You cannot sit down in this way. You must have to, wearing this robe is, you know, and this is also cannot show like this way. Yeah. So follow it. Then if you see the t-shirt here, they ask you, you know, come. So take you to all the way in the middle of the practice that let that take out in the middle of the, they have to do 100 postations, 100 times of postations. So that is followed by, you know, role and conduct. Then you know a lot to wear different colors. Must be always the same monks, always the same color. And now I have in this, you know, the zin is called zin in this ones. In that time, this also not allowed too. So must have to cut and make the you know, pieces join together. So now I'm not in the monastery, I'm okay. Right? So same, you know, then that's where, you know, they make very strong roles because they wanted to become, I think this Shindarakita, Pema Sambhava, even they are high realizer, but they're followed by conduct is make very strong. Then you can see each other what they're doing correctly or not. So that's the monastery, you know, like perception of idea or, you know, follow the rules. But then go up to view level meditation. View is you cannot see, right? View. That is a too high, very high level realization means. And then no one can, you know, make the rules in that case. Because we have to control ourselves. Yeah. So no one knows like our realization. That's why, you know, then that this, you know, Dzogchen Mahamudra means view level, view. Terma mostly is view. And that is for individual realization. So that time, you know, if they kept this, the conduct is first very good. And then they share this, you know, Mayaminka teachings more. Because philosophy, you know, you guide, educated, study. And up to in this Mahamudra Dzogchen level is very wired, you know. Means like you really cannot control it. No one can control each other, right? It's no one knowing whose realization at levels. So then who knows that you right, you know right. Very hard to recognize each other, that level. So that's why, you know, the Mahamudra Dzogchen, these teachings is only for individual practitioners holding. So I stay in the monastery long time. I don't receive much Mahamudra Dzogchen teachings. Mostly is we focus for the Mayaminka teachings. And we go to lunch study in the Sheda, you know, the Buddhist philosophy course. It's many, many years. They don't have any Dzogchen and Mahamudra there. So Dzogchen Mahamudra is become individual level practice. Also shortcut. Directly go there, means shortcut, right? So then very high level meditators share the students. And we go to individual teachers, please can you share me, something, mind, pointed instructions. We supplication to specific teachers, not go to in the class. Do you understand? So that's the Dzogchen in the Mahamudra. Then the teachings share you short instructions, but they also don't share you all the explain, and details like text, like monthly, no sharing, just short term they share you. But that's also depending, sometimes like the big teaching also have a, Garuda like that I received from Khenpo Jimmy Pinto. Tomorrow I'm going to share the. So he shared for all the monks who live at that time in that place. He shared that takes month, whole thing, share for everyone there. But some, teachings, you have to go to specific supplication to the teacher. So this is that kind of teaching. Yeah. So this teaching is due to due to accumulation merit have to benefit ourselves. Another is our accumulation merit, right? Our accumulation merit. Second is our devotion to the gurus. So you all have this blessing, Namgen Nyingpo Rinpoche. So today I share in this, very special in this location. So also I received the blessing, and we just, and we all sharing our blessing each other, right? Okay, and that's the we're doing this. Then also I want to share with you. Just I told you that realizer and like regular way practitioner perception is different. In Tibet, realizer cannot, they're not suitable for in the monastery truly. The many realizers they're fired. They always get fired. Yeah, because they don't do correctly, our perception. So we think our perception is really good, everything's perfect, but that's also conduct part is perfect, right? Who has a view level realizer, there does many different kind of things. So, sometimes they're followed by their visions. Then that's not our making the rules. Example, we create a lama dance. Lama dance. It's traditionally who use the symbol, the called charm master, and then there's some different musics, and then drum, and then who dance. They all have to know this dance. Follow this, same movement, and this dance is a symbols, and the drums all have to go together. So realizers the dance, they don't follow these people symbols and the drums. What happens in the have stories, many stories. One of the 13 Chojo Lingpa is Chojo Lingpa. He was born in Kham, is my hometown area. His monastery is there, very close, not too far. He is a monk, just regular monk from the Nanjing Gar, is like Nanjing has a king. Then the king has their own monastery, it's called Nanjing Gar. Yeah, the temple. That monastery is a monk. So he did this dance. When he did a dance, that monastery has really strong rules. If you don't correctly blow this music, if you wrong one finger mistake, you have to do 100 prostrations. No choice, If you blow this music, so like not enough air, like something stop in this, something happening, make different kind of songs, you get punished. Really strong rules. The tradition there. I was there one time with the Garchin Rinpoche. That time I was very young. So luckily we don't have to join the big program. There's a big program that all the monks practicing. So there, because Garchin Rinpoche, we have to specific in the one room, and ourselves do the one Shetos practice. Because there one master passed away, and then want to Garchin Rinpoche do the Sheto practice. They're all monastery practice in the main temple, monks. Luckily, I don't have joined that. Otherwise, it's really hard. You know, that get always punished. Not easy. Even Garchin Rinpoche also scared. Yes. So really strong rules there. Yes. No one can put any sadhana in front. Have one chant, have to chant memorize. So long sadhanas. And then you cannot talk each other, you know, you cannot move really, stay and like everything's perfectly. That's always a conduct part, right? So then Chojo Lingpa is the monk from the monastery. I heard, if I'm not wrong, you know, I heard it somebody, but people tell me these stories, okay? I didn't see it in the book, so I cannot approving. Yeah. So always found from the book, then I say, okay, this is truth, right? But it's come from people sharing information, so I cannot really approving that. Yeah. So what I heard from the people, he is a monk from that monastery. Then he have to do dance. So when he did a dance, he has a vision of the God, you know, the deity. He followed the Yadam deities. He not follow the people, what the rules, you know. Then the kick out him. So he cannot stay in monastery. They kick out him. Then he just left the monastery and went to different areas. Then he created his own monastery. Then after he has all these visions, Termas create. So that's the one stories. Many that kind of stories. You know, yogis never suit for in this. Where is the Tibetan monastery? Very strong role. Like everyone said, that monastery is a perfect, correct. You know, so everyone says, oh, this is a high level. Like same is like we talk about Harvard University, right? In that kind of monastery, the yogis never suit there. Cannot be stay there kind of place. Do you understand? And Gar monastery, we don't have that kind of strong roles. Then comparing to I told you at the Nanjing other monastery, you know. But we have a strong roles in the summer 49 summer retreat practice. So we cannot wear t-shirt, even cannot hide, you know. So have to sit, everything's correct. It's follow really strong roles. That 49 days. That roles is too tight. Sometimes give me nightmares too. Yes, and so then Garchin Rinpoche, this is you know, the Tibetan, we have like followed by the reincarnation traditions, and so he's the Jigten Sunggun's disciple. Jigten Sunggun is the founder of Chopan. Jigten Sunggun is the Degon Kagyu founder. His disciple. But then a monastery is going to another region, and at times, like, you know, at lifetimes, another region. So then the change to location. In Gar monastery, he become already 8 times. Yeah, so kind of 16, but we only count 8 because we don't count the other part 8. We don't have all this detailed, you know, his stories. They knows the 8, but some people knows names, but really don't know which year born, what they did, you know, all this information. Not really can you put in the, you know, history to information clearly. They don't. I didn't see. So anyway, no, it's 8. This is 8, but 7th one is also yogi. He has his own visions. He does many things different other ordinary people, regular people. So he not suitable in the monastery. I heard, they kick out him too. So actually, he is the most high realizer in all this, the lineages or reincarnations, the first, second, third to, the history, he is the most higher level realizer. But he get kicked out. So when you do something mistakes, maybe that time you have realized, okay? we cannot judge that person's crazy. But not everyone having that, I think. Some has realizer and also very mindful and follow very detailed conduct. So it's just depending the realizers, different connections, different cause condition, aspirations, which condition arise, you go just different directions too. That's our thing we have to understand. So now in this Rigpa, Tibetan Rigpa, the Cuckoo of awareness by Verochana. By Verochana, okay, Verochana is Buddha Verochana, right? Verochana is the translator. Verochana is called Verochana is that we have a Buddha, Vajrasattva, Verochana. So he directly received Buddha Verochana. Verochana is the same as I think it's a Samandabhada, right? Samandabhada. Yes. Tell me. I think you know. Buddha Verochana.
Buddha Verochana is the same. I think that there is a teacher with the Buddha Rinpoche, the Yanta Yoga.
No, this is lots about Verochana.
Samantha is Dharmakaya.
Yes. Sambhonakaya.
Yeah, but this is just a translation.
Yeah, could be Verochana is I thought is that way is like followed by. So the Samandabhada and then Vajrasattva, right? Vajrasattva too. Then Pema Sambhava Garab Dorje, Shirisingha, right? Shirisingha. Shirisingha is Pema Sambhava's teacher, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, the Verochana also, Verochana also received teaching from the Shirisingha. So anyways, that's the lineage by follow. So then the Cuckoo of awareness, this has lots of meanings. The Cuckoo of awareness. Do you know the cuckoo, right? It's birds. So why the Verochana, like Lochin, Verochana actually called Lochin. Lochin means great translator. Same is like great Marpa Locha also, the Kaju tradition, great translator. Nima tradition is Verochana, is a great translator, Verochana. So he's going to translate all these Dzogchen teachings to the Tibetan language. He did this first because he thinks this is really auspicious. The Cuckoo of awareness is. Awareness is Rigpa, right? Nature Rigpa, same actually. Awareness means Rigpa is recognize truth. Rigpa. Rigpa's opposite, what is called, obstacle, right? Delusion. Do you understand?
Marikpa.
Yeah, Marikpa is called Marikpa. So, thank you. Marikpa is Tibetan. Marikpa means ignorance. Yeah. Rigpa is awareness. Ignorance is opposite of the awareness. Yes. And then Marikpa is called Dripa. Dripa means obstacle. Ignorance is obstacle. Then there has two obstacles. First is called Nyumumpa Dripa, means afflictive emotion obstacle. Afflictive emotion, then anger, attachment, desire, right? Attachment, desire. So this jealousy, pride, And ignorance, of course, is the first one, the best on others. So the root is ignorance. So that is a five afflictive emotion is obstacle. And that is the opposite of the awareness. Awareness is same as the sun. Okay. The other this obstacle, afflictive emotions, the same as the dark and the nighttime. 24th, 29th day is like darkest day, Tibetan calendar. It's the last day of the month, Tibetan calendar. It's really dark. So that is called Rigpa. Yeah. And then awareness is the same as the sun. So the Rigpa is ignorance is dark, has two obstacles, is afflictive emotion obstacle and obstacle to the knowledge. Knowledge obstacle is actually more higher level practitioners. In this, explain. And afflictive emotion obstacles for all these samsaric beings, everyone. But then you have get high level, good practitioner, but still we have this obstacle to the knowledge called Shizidripa. Shizidripa means like you not knowing still truth. Still they have some obstacles. Subtle level, actually we say subtle level obstacles. And these two obstacles, okay, gross level obstacle, subtle level obstacle. These two obstacles. That's obstacles the same as dark and ignorance, Rigpa. And then awareness is the same as the sunshine. It's wisdom. Rigpa, true nature Rigpa, wisdom. So awareness destroying this Rigpa, ignoring other these obstacles, destroying, same as like sunshine, and removed all the darkness. And then sun has a warm heat. So that warm up all this frozen ground. Yeah. And then the, plants can grow. Plants always can ripening, and frozen ice is also become melting, right? That's a spring. Yeah. We think about it in the cold weather. So spring happening. And then when spring comes, this cuckoo is the birds. The birds make song. The song is auspicious, very auspicious. When we hear this song in the spring, then people say, la jalo, yeah, make songs like ko ni means like, oh, happy to hear. Ni means pleasant, People say that, and also like some people hear this cuckoo song first, they're calling each other, they're listening to the birds of the song. So that means the spring is arising. Spring is coming. So spring comes out, this frozen is melting, right? Frozen is become, what is it? Okay, melting or, yeah, opening up. So the same, Rigpa is destroying. And that's the Verocana recognize this is the really auspicious. The make this cuckoo means like this name. This teaching, this can destroy all our ignorance, afflictive emotions. So we can become, it's not frozen ourselves. We are ripening, So then you can make auspicious yourself. That's the meaning of this, I think, name. Do you understand? So it's become warm up everything. Awareness comes. So actually all the teachings, the essence is only this tetrahord, the name of this teaching. This name, see, is awareness opposite is the afflictive emotion obstacles. Afflictive emotion obstacle, frozen all these beings in samsara. So then awareness is the same as the sunshine. So warmed up everything. Same, awareness arises, removing all this ignorance. That's perfect, right? Performed. So then you become arising your this enlightening qualities comes, in your body, speech, mind. So that's why also Abdom is called Varjara, the Varjara body, Varjara speech, then this enlightening quality, body, speech, mind is arising. So then we have become called Varjara body, speech, and mind, enlightening body, speech, and mind. So that's I think the meaning of this name, title of this text. Do you understand? Okay, I hope Zom understand. Everyone okay? Okay, Cuckoo, everyone like Cuckoo. And then we go to the second Sota Parjapar, means like salutation, supreme abundance. So Sota, what is that one? Oh, Cuckoo. Oh, this is a Cuckoo? Oh, this is a Cuckoo there. These birds, I don't know, everywhere. These birds, like winter time, they skipped. I don't know where they go. So winter comes, they go somewhere. Only spring arising, they come. They say spring, they bring the spring. In Tibet, weather is very cold, everything is frozen. So winter is really harsh. Animals, human beings, everyone not happy. And the spring comes, everyone happy, then they're waiting this voice song. So then this is a good, Dharma is coming to, in Tibet, his Lochin Verosan, the great translator, he said, this Dharma is coming, I bring the spring to you. So then everyone happy. Yeah, so that's a kind of, we have to understand, I think. So Sota is a Tibetan, we call Sota is a salutation. The Sota is Namkha Noble Rinpoche, he wrote the commentary, he made lots of information about this one, Sota, So he said, Lochin Verotsana, when he translated to Tibetan language, not from the Sanskrit, from the Ordiyana language, right? It means like, enlightening beings language somewhere else in some space. So that reason is because Sot is not Sanskrit letter language and come from Ordiyana language. That's why this has beginning Sot. Is he directly received like from the Buddha, Samantha. So teaching. Sota is called, it's a Tibetan is called Tashi Parchorje. Kind of, I heard like Tibetan say Tashi Parchorje means very strong, like great auspicious, something like that. Sota means. Then Parchapar spring abundance. Parchapar means like all great, right? Good things. Parchapar. Abundance. Abundance. Do you understand what means abundance? What means abundance?
Prosperity.
Prosperity means many, right? Lots, good things, all the good things, right? So then nothing is there, negativity, or we just say nothing is trash there. Everything is like precious things. So abundance. So Parchipar. It's great and great. Power and the power. That's the supreme abundance. Then homage to the transcending victorious Samantabhadas. So this one homage to Samantabhada. So Samantabhada is everyone knows Dharmakaya, source of all enlightening beings. So he homage to this to the Buddha's Samantabhada means this teaching is no door teaching, no dualistic teaching. So the point is homage to transcending vector as a samantha are homage to our own true dharmakaya. You know, we have relative truth refuge, we have absolute truth refuge. Yeah, relative truth refuge, you can receive it through the ceremony, and you take refuge to the, you know, good teachers give you refuge, but then actually take refuge to Buddha Dharma Sangha. But true refuge is like we're taking refuge at our own true nature. Same, you know, this is like we homage to our own true nature. Our own true nature is the Samandabhada. It's called absolute truth homage. Because our mind nature, here says awareness, Rigpa is the Samandabhada. Right? So then looks like, you know, we homage to the Tanka, you know, painting blue color, right? So you think this is the King de Zambo and the Tibetan King de Zambo, but here says Samandabhada. But we also like homage to that Buddha, but truly that is our own true nature, Rigpa. So we homage to our own true nature, Rigpa. And Mahamudaras, Genji Mahamudaras are homage to co-emerging. What they say, you have memory?
Co-emergent wisdom.
Co-emerging
It says actually no, a prostitute Vajradakini.
Co-emerging.
They say co-emergent wisdom, but at the beginning it says a prostitute to the Vajradakini.
Yeah, the second co-emerging, right? Co-emerging.
Yeah.
Co-emerging is actually the true nature Rigpa. So we, you know, homage to that, homage to transcending vector. Then you, long as you recognize, realize your true nature, so that is the transcending vector us. Yeah, so we can become enlightened beings. Not only who is become Buddha means transcending vector us, homage to them, but actually you homage to your true nature is transcending vector us. Okay, so that's the homage to the our own true nature. Then Vajra body, speech, and mind of great bliss. So Vajra body, speech, and mind. Do you know what means? So in this case, also followed by actually Mayamika tradition and generation stage practice, and Dzogpa Chembo, you know, there has a slightly different understand. The actually essence is the same, similar, but slightly difference is different. They focus different ways. The Mayamika tradition, you know, Vajra body means form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness. So you realize your form body is emptiness. That is a Vajra body. And then the generation stage, you know, Vajra body means my understand, you know, because I think, I cannot say 100%, my understanding is Vajra body is, you have know everything's emptiness, your body, mind, or this speech is not truly exist. You have knowing that knowledge. Same time, you use the enlightened beings form body visualize. Yeah, you can visualize yourself is the Vajrapane, Vajrasava, you know, and the Tara, Manjushri, you visualize that, and then you look into stay your nature, and you recognize that Buddha and your nature is connections, inseparable. So then you visualize actually, you know, the Buddha yourself. So that is Vajra form body. And then this case is Dzogpa Chembo, I think Vajra body is actually both, right? Know what I talked Mayamika tradition, form is emptiness, right? Emptiness of form is no other than emptiness. That plus, of course, all the enlightening form body you visualize. Same time you into your true nature mind state. You don't really visualize some enlightening beings yourself. You just into nature Rigpa mind, and then that time your whole body is, I think it's called Vajra body. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So that's the we have to understand the body, speech. Speech is then also, song is emptiness. Emptiness is song. So then song, whatever you hear, fixation, grasping to that song. So it's called song is enlightening song. But then generation stage is like song is a mantra, right? Then in the Dzogchen song is also actually in the you stay in the non-door state. The song is not exist. So song is inseparable with, I think, nature, mind, the Dharmakaya. You don't have like talk about oh, song is empty or not empty, song is a mantra or not. So I think beyond that. So that's the Vajra song. Speech and mind of great bliss. So then great bliss mind, you recognize your true nature mind, and you have bliss. The bliss is Mayamika tradition. You meditate with practicing, you feel emptiness. Yeah, recognize all is emptiness. Your mind is so empty. And this Vajrayana tradition, I think, Dzogchen, this blesses have to, maybe we can bring together kind of, or you can make separate, like you have strong devotion to the Yadam deity and you get blessed to your mind. Your mind is very joyful and very happy. It's just we don't have words to bless, right? And you be in that state. It's whole energy is like joyful. Then Dzogchen, like you are into that non-door states. You have true realize. So same is like Buddha enlightening beings, energy or feelings. Its mind is joyful, peaceful, joyful, but no words to explain that. Because if you don't eat, example like someone never eat candy, so we cannot explain to candy's taste to that person. Mm-hmm. And that bliss we cannot explain to people. No understand, like before we don't have experience. So that's called bliss. Body, speech, and mind of great bliss. Deva Chimbo. So then post station 2 actually here says a post station 2 Vajra body, speech, and the mind of great bliss. So that is like post station to the our enlightening quality. Post station to our enlightening quality is absolute truth quality. We homage to that. Then this become form body arise is Kingji Jarbo, right? Kingji Jarbo. What is it called? King?
All creating king.
All created king. Yeah, Kingji Jarbo is all created king. So then that is like become another, actually Samenda Bada, but it's different form body, right? Kingji Jarbo means. Then there has a different, this teachings come from that part. So that form body is like homage to that form body. But it's true, it's like, homage to our own true nature, homage to our enlightening quality. The intrinsic nature of verity is no door, not so ranjin means the intrinsic nature means the true nature Rigpa. I think it's called no draw, right? We talk about nature mind. Nature mind is, intrinsic nature mind of verity is no-draw, means verity qualities, so many qualities, but it's no-draw, no dualistic. They have verity means all the different qualities, enlightening qualities be there. So example, you eat the food, so many different tastes, many collections, but it's one food. The realization is no draw, but it's so many different quality. And is you you practice meditate, you have different kind, quality you recognize, fears, blessing, benefits. So that's our thing we have to understand, intrinsic nature verity is no draw, but particularly is free from complexity. So even this no draw nature Rigpa has a verity, different kind, quality. It is free from complexity, means free from all the conceptual thoughts, free from all the extreme views. So we talk about nihilism, internalism, and neither, either. So many there talk about like different extremes. Then Nagarjuna teaching here. So free from that all conceptuals. Even has all these verity qualities, but is free from all this complexity, means I think conceptual thoughts, dualistic. Do you understand, right? Okay. Suchness is known once conceptual. Suchness is non-conceptual. Suchness is Jejinwa is a suchness. Suchness nature is a nature, Dzogchen usually is called Rigpa, right? Rigpa, true nature, Rigpa. And here use the awareness. And our nature, mind, is called suchness nature. It's non-conceptual. It's free from all this dualistic conceptual. Free from actually thoughts, emotions, dualistic perceptions. Yes? Too much or no? Everyone like, it's there or here, like, where I'm going to use this putting. And here and there together, okay? Inseparable. Do this one then, better. Okay. Free from complexity. Suchness is non-conceptual, but Samantha Bada is appearing in forms. Number namze kingdom. So see, suchness nature is non-conceptual. Means free from all these dualistic conceptuals. So that's mind nature Rigpa. But Samantha Bada is appearing in forms, means then this true nature Rigpa is arising the form body. So, we have a mirror. It's many different objects can be arising in the mirror, right? But it's only one mirror. So that is no contradict. One mirror can have all different kind of this object can appear to in there. So that is the, of the particulars. I mean the intrinsic nature of verity is no-draw. Verity is become no-draw is one mirror. Such is non-conceptual, but it's all free from dualistic conceptuals. They talk about that true nature mind. So no, see, Samantha Bada is appearing in forms. Is then natural mind is the same as a mirror, but then you can, in the mirror can be arise different forms. Same, you know, this nature arise different things. So realizer arising yadam deities, right? Kingzi Japo means then, you know, is creator, right? Creator mind. Creator, right? What we create? We create, Kingzi means samsara create. Enlightened beings create enlightened form body. King the Zambo has a samandabada arise. So that's why then Kingzi Japo means is our mind is a creator become. So this nature Rigpa is a creator. Nature Rigpa create samsara. Nature Rigpa create nirvana. So nature Rigpa then is no drawer, no nirvana, no samsara. So we create which one? We create a samsara, you know, this all this is samsara. Nature Rigpa's become create samsara. Actually, all this is nature Rigpa's display. And our nature Rigpa's emanation. So then nirvana also nature Rigpa's emanation. But then realize the true nature Rigpa's dissolve both. Back into the nature of oneness. The no nirvana, no samsara is inseparable, right? So this, you know, that is the Dzogchen, the main point, the Kingzi Japo is, I think. You know, we have this nature Rigpa. Nature Rigpa is everyone has. And then, you know, we can create a samsara, nature Rigpa, create a nirvana. The both are actually delusion. Yes. Then, long as this, the nature Rigpa create samsara is negative, right? Then we need also nature mind display also another, you know, positive. Is the called the nirvana. Then these two is contradict each other. But then actually both are truly no exist. Long as samsara is exist, nirvana also there too. Because you have right hand, you have left hand. You have negative, you have positive. Then this both are actually dissolved into the nature Rigpa. It's called realize, right? Realization means. No drawer means no drawer is one. Do you understand or no?
Yeah.
So you have like we go to sleep, example, 1 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes is a nightmare. 30 minutes is like really joyful kind of nirvana. Yeah. So first, like, okay, samsara nightmare, 30 minutes. We stuck there suffering. And after 30 minutes, we found, okay, this is not good. I want to give up this. You found the nirvana. You enjoyed it. 30 minutes. So then when you wake up, the both are gone. So that is called the no drawer. This both are not exist there. So where this both are come from, actually come from our mind. So actually our this conceptual mind created that, right? Same, you know, nature Rigpa display all this, I think, auto level phenomena, appearances, something that has appear in forms. Then long as we have a, you know, practice yadam deity, realize, then form is become Buddha. Wow, moon is very powerful. Look, moon. Wow. I can show you later in the Zoom people, okay? So no one going to listen and teaching. Everyone not going to the moon. The moon is nirvana right now.
I don't think they can see.
Can you see?
I'll take it outside.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
can show you this.
Okay, you take.
Là phôi muộn hả? Phôi muộn chưa được. Ja, wir gehen gleich runter, ja? Soll ich dir hinterher was Geld bringen? Sag mal, ja?
I don't know. Do you see the form or no? Okay, great. Everyone see. You see the natural Rigpa. I'm very happy. No.
Not just the paper moon.
So that's the way pointing. You know, don't look to the finger, look to the moon. Okay, so now we go to the teaching. It's Samandabhara is appearing in forms. So nature requires effort to yadam these form bodies. Having abandoned the malice of striving, since one already has it. In these words, you know, the point is, long as you realize, then we are free from all this sickness. And of course, disease, sickness, and the poverty, I think, what is it, the poor, very poor, poverty, yeah, poverty, and death, birth, sickness, all free from that state, fears, long as you realize the true nature. But actually, true nature, free from that. Right? No, free from that. But it's why do we have birth, death? This is our delusion going on, you know. So you have to understand two things different ways, right? Because one is like you realize we are free from that, yeah? Free from birth, free from death, free from sickness, free from poverty, free from suffering. Correct? Okay, when we realize. But truly, the Dzogchen teaching talk about right now, your nature requires free from all what I taught. Already, right now, there has already free from the negativity. So nature requires not these obstacles, not these delusions. Then, through being spontaneously present, one lives it as it is. So then we meditate, you know, true being means it's always there. Through being spontaneously present means I think always there. And yesterday we talked about self-arising, non-draw wisdom, right? It's there, all the time there. So one live it as it is. You just be in the nature. The nature is there. You don't have to find, right? You don't have to look to where is that and go to somewhere outside. So you just live it is, means like, ya means Tibetan is like put there, you know, sit there and look to there, it is there. So that's you have to know this nature Rigpa, recognize. Otherwise we, you know, create so much complicate ourselves. Have to very simple, have to look to nature Rigpa. Cannot create a complicate and pushing, you know, yourself harder. And we cannot do effortlessly looking to the nature Rigpa. It's one lives it as it is. The water, the point is in this teaching says don't need to look and check and search, Just live like this. Then, okay, water, you can see your water. You want to see this water? You don't have to look to this and this, hold, then shaking or put something in there, and then you cannot see the water. So live. That's it. It is. Nature Rigpa. And this Cuckoo awareness, just it is there. So just short down all this dualistic conceptual. We have to short down. With a sit down of all these delusions, dualistic conceptual. Then mind, look to the mind, awareness, seeing its own nature. So it's present, clear, awareness, it is empty, it's always there. So that is the Cuckoo and awareness. Do you understand? Yeah? Of course, you are practitioner, meditator. I'm just taking tests from you here. I'm not feeling it. I'm sharing teaching to you. I'm just taking tests myself here. Okay, so then we go to the next one. Through being, through being spontaneously or present, one live it as it is. That's it. So then that's the finish, the teaching. So the maintaining, when you wanted to maintain this practice, then just don't do anything. Don't put effort. Don't create too much yourself. Just stay, in the nature, means stay calm, relax, and watch your own mind. Then you can see your own true nature, Rigpa. It's very, very simple. Too simple. That's why we recognize. Because we always create so much complicated. So we know when you meditate, the mind works. Ding, 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 goes everywhere, right? Sometimes you bring back here, then shaking, then moving, then goes right away. Yeah, so nature requires, like bring back, you have to use really alertness. Without alertness, mindful, I cannot meditate. I don't know you. Because my mind is monkey, is so much thoughts, I want to meditate. Or I use this shamatha, like object first, helps me. Or use breath. Otherwise, I have to use my mind for alertness, right? Really sharp, put effort a little bit. Watching myself. Then minds come down, go into the, states. Then you don't really need to put this mindful alertness. So just leave there, it's always there. That's also happening sometimes. Can stay a little longer. Yeah, so now this point is we finish all completely this teaching. Thank you very much. Give me the big test. I hope my test is passed. If I'm not, it's a confession to all the Sangha. Then going to do the dedication.
Can we maybe just sit for 3 minutes in the...
Sit 3 minutes?
Just leave it as it is.
Okay, so we just leave it is. It is 3 minutes ourselves. Thank you, reminding. Sunam de dam je zeba nye thona nye be drana bamse chiga na je balon choba ye sipen sole drowa re shu jambara bave jeta chimpa dan kenda zambo de ya de je te da genje jisu da lo gewan de da dam je rab de ngo jisai genze genje chi je je dem de ne lo wan dem de gong ba ren jian ba je dem ba sing de ba je do de zang gong ben zing je Om mani padme 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 Hong Thank you. Pleasure delay. See you tomorrow.
Grazie, grazie. Arrivederla. Ciao. Thank you so much, Campo. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Hi, Kempo. Are you taking any questions this evening, your time? We have one question in the Zoom room.
Time is very tight.
Time is tight? Okay, that's fine. We understand.
Yeah. What a question.
Alejandro. You can unmute.
Oh, yes, now I can. Thank you, Kampola, for this precious teachings. I have two questions. My first question is, can you please bestow the lung of this Cuckoo Song of Awareness? And then my second question is, with regards to the last verse, in which it says, through being spontaneously present, one leave it as it is. Can you please comment a bit on this verse and how it is related to Trekcho practice and primordial purity?
Wow, your questions are very profound.
Sorry.
First one is I can give you answer is I have to think about I have a transformation or not.
Okay.
Transformation like through the prolong is a prolong means some high level practitioner realizes give say okay you can do all these teachings to share, but that means like I cannot reading transformation to you. Okay, so I have that couple realize the teachers say, okay, you can share this teaching. They have some special techniques. As debating called prolong means, hold the text front there, and they don't read the whole thing. Just practice, meditate something. They say you can use all these teachings to share. So part of I'm sure these teachings are there, but long as you have this already teaching, you can practice. Even no need in reading transformation, I think. Actually, if I have a reading transformation, you already received the reading transformation when I share the teaching.
Okay, thank you.
That's first. The second one is your question is what that says the teaching? Already closed.
Lunyin ne pa shakpayin. Through being spontaneously present, one leaves it as it is.
Yeah, so it's we talked last night supplication Tara, and you wasn't. Are you there?
No, I wasn't there. I was busy yesterday. Sorry.
Okay, so same is in the supplication Tara. There says is the absolute nature of mind is self-arising. No door, so spontaneously the nature mind is arising. Always there spontaneously. And then is no door Buddha wisdom. We have to recognize that self-arising, no door Buddha wisdom, then mind just leave. Your leave means don't do any activities. So it's stay. Then realize the nature.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That's the absolute truth, the truth. Then, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kempo. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Alejandro, the 2 card teachings we have this week are online. Alejandro.
I put them in the chat room, Melissa.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, Deb.
Oh, no, that's fine. Good to know.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you, Kempo. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Sangha.